everyone. I'm Jacqueline Williams, and I'm here with these beautiful women, and we are licensed life agents. We are advocates for living benefits. And there was so many things, just sitting around talking amongst the four of us, it just kind of really came up that not a lot of people know anything about living benefits. And so I thought it was just fascinating to find out how it differs, living benefits differs in the different industries. So I'd like to start off with I shouldn't be reaching across Anita, but Anita doesn't mind. Anyway, Nicole Hartman. Nicole has been in the industry for a few years, and I'd love for you to tell me about what has your experience been with living benefits.
So hi everyone, my name is Nicole Hartman. I am an engineer and I've been in corporate America now for about 26 years. A lot of people assume that because I work for a major corporation and my company has awesome benefits, life insurance, retirement plan, pensions, and a great healthcare system, people think that, if you get sick, your company is going to take good care of you. Well, the bottom line is I have a lot of insurance through the job, and if I get sick, I cannot accelerate that life insurance to pay my mortgage and to take care of my personal needs and my family's needs if I get sick. So what living benefits means to me is that if I am stricken with cancer, heart attack, stroke, or end-stage renal failure, I don't have to worry about missing a bill or missing a meal or putting my family out to take care of me. I have the resources to do it.
Wow. So you mean to tell me just because you work in a fabulous job, it doesn't come with living benefits?
It doesn't come with living benefits, and here's the thing, I do have a great HMO or PPO or medical insurance, obviously, but the problem is when you get sick, medical insurance doesn't cover all of my medical expenses. So then what do I do? What do most people do? So a lot of people think because they have a job and they have great medical insurance, they get sick and they end up fighting with the medical, board on what should they pay. Just a quick story, I had a 2-hour surgery, 2 hours, and it was $30,000 is what the bill was. And after the health insurance paid their part, I still owed $5.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Not everybody's got it like that.
Not everybody has it like that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing that story. I didn't even know that. But that is why many of us get in trouble financially.
Yes.
Those unexpected bills.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so now that just explains a little bit of why living benefits is so important. And just that revelation alone, that was enough. But it's about to get better. Now, who I'd like you to meet right here on my left side is Ms. Jill Johnson, who is a wonderful mom, loving mom. I could take a whole lot of notes from her. But how does living benefits impact you in your world as a stay-at-home mom?
That's interesting because, most people think a stay-at-home mom doesn't need insurance, right? But let me tell you something so funny. What if something happens to me, and can you guys imagine my husband in carpool?
No.
It would be so funny.
No, not at all.
What about tutoring our son? Yeah, I think
Right.
if it was up to him to replace me, it'd probably cost about $500,000 easily a year. Because
year.
Moms
A
do
year.
so much stuff. We do a lot. But all jokes aside, he is our family's breadwinner. So if something were to happen to him, or sickness, as Nicole stated, what would happen, to our household? I haven't worked in too many years. There's no way I can replace that income. Right. So for me, living benefits allows us to never have a gap in our lifestyle or in our quality of life if something happens, because he's done so much for our family. I want to make sure if anything happened to him, that I can take care of him with a smile. I don't want to have to, where's all the money, where'd it go? So, for us and our family, we do have a lot of insurance, and he is a wonderful guy. He knows that I also need that as well, because if something were to happen to me, You know, my bestie knows I want to be in France, kick back somewhere, taken care of, you know, from head to toe, make sure my hair is done, make sure I have my lipstick while I'm recovering and recuperating. I don't want anybody to look for me. I don't want to have to answer not one call. And with living benefits, this is what it does. So, you know, I had to put the oxygen mask on me first. And that's why I feel like, you know, I'm so passionate about talking about everybody. It's all about quality of life.
Thank you, Jill. That is very important. I mean, when it comes down to it, when we have a major critical or chronic illness, I mean, especially being married, that's a very important part to be able to maintain that dignity, keep that space. Because if your loved one needs you, I mean, that's just maintaining their dignity. So to be able to call somebody else in to help take care of them, that's super important. So we can still just be the married couple and not necessarily the caregiver. So yeah, thank you for bringing that part up. Because you know, yeah, that thought. I mean, yeah, do I want him to come in and take care of me like that? No, I really don't. So we're going to roll on just a little bit more because I've got someone else that you really have to meet, the fabulous Anita Ferns. And Anita, you and I were talking a little bit earlier, and we were talking about, you know, by you just coming out of the corporate world.
Yes.
What does life look like for you in regards to your insurance, and how does things change once you leave that corporate world?
Okay. So, I share a lot of the same things with my sister here in corporate America, and then also Jill over there, and also Jacqueline, where even though we have our corporate jobs, we are mothers and we have lots of responsibilities at home. So, you know, we have a lot of stuff that we're juggling all the time. And one aspect of what we have to cover us is our health insurance, like Nicole was speaking of. But, you know, what happens if you do get a critical illness? And your coverage, I had a lot at work too, but then when I retired, guess what happened? They told me that I could have $50,000. I had over $500,000, but when I retired, they said you can have $50,000, and every year it decreases by $5,000, and we'll pay for it. And then when you hit $5,000, you can pay for it, and it goes down every single year by $5,000.
Wow.
$50,000 already is not enough. So the living benefits portion, I made sure I put that in place before I retired off my job. So. And it's so economical, pennies on the dollar that you get, you know, so you get the critical. Now, one of the things that would have helped me, because actually I am over 10-year breast cancer survivor. So one thing that would have really helped me is when I got the diagnosis, I had health insurance, but I was off for a year, long-term care. Luckily, I got that at work, right? But guess what? They covered 60% of my salary, and they called me every single week asking me when I was coming back to work. Are you okay? You just had chemo. You all right? Can you get back in here? And I'm like, no. My doctor has not released me yet. So the living benefits would have been much more beneficial. Still long-term care was good, but the living benefits, they don't ask any of those questions. They just give you a lump sum. Here you go. You got your health insurance, but you can kind of continue your same lifestyle. You can go to South of France, like what Jill was saying, and recuperate well. But, you know, it's an essential piece of everyone's life because we don't want to stop our, you know, while we're recovering, we don't want to stop our lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we have an important mission here.
Yes, we do.
So that's why we're sitting here with you today.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you, ladies. This has been amazing, amazing. And we have a mission to carry out. We are going to get in front of how many?
1,000!
1,000! At least
Yes.
1,000 families with living benefits before the end of the year.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, ladies. So what I've heard today was just super important. And we need you to pledge that you will give us 20 minutes of your time, just so we can share the importance of living benefits. And can we count on you? Because this is super important, and we need to get our message out to at least 1,000 families before the end of this year to make sure that we place proper coverage with living benefits so that their families will be okay and they won't experience any of the situations that we discussed today. So can we count on you? I know we can. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you soon.
Join us.